I'm Olivia Richardson from Senior Marketing Specialist, and I want to talk to you today about 3 reasons why 2025 AEP is going to look dramatically different this year. Reason number 1, more of your clients are going to be shopping new plans and new benefits this year than what you may be used to. Def research shows that between 12 and 15% of beneficiaries actually shop and compare plans throughout AEP. This year, due to several changes we're seeing in the industry, that increase is looking to be between 70 and 75%. Now, why is that? Prescription drug plans and Medicare Advantage plans are going to go through crazy, diverse changes, which are going to make plans look really, really different from each other and maybe even different than what your clients are used to. One of the reasons for that is the Inflation Reduction Act. The Inflation Reduction Act is something that we've come to be familiar with, but maybe we're not quite sure on what the effects are going to be in 2025. In 2025, we're starting a $2,000 maximum out-of-pocket limit on what people are going to be paying for their prescription drugs within a given year. Now, that is vastly different and will greatly limit the exposure that your clients may have. However, that cost needs to be made up somewhere. And CMS is expecting, in the IRA, is expecting Medicare Advantage companies and prescription drug companies to eat those costs. So how will that affect what the plans look like this year? Well, for starters, for prescription drug plans, having to come up with those unexpected costs is not something that they have a lot of finances or a lot of money to overcome that. So some things you might be able to see as a person who's offering prescription drug plans are going to be worsening formularies. A lot of prescriptions that used to be covered may be off formulary this year, keeping the PDP plan completely out of the equation. Or we're going to see tremendous premium hikes. We're used to $34 to $35 as a national average for premiums for prescription drug plans. That's looking to go up between $60 and $70 this year, making it to where your clients may be seriously considering if they need that standalone drug plan. Now, when it comes to those Medicare Advantage plans, we do know that Medicare Advantage plans have more money, have more ways to eat some of those costs, where it's not taking it completely on the chin to pay for those prescription drugs. That being said, that money is going to have to come from somewhere, which means that plans can vary incredibly different depending on how they cover those expenses. You might see some Medicare Advantage plans that have low maximum out-of-pockets, great formularies. Maybe they have low doctors, low co-pays, low deductibles, all that. You might start seeing a premium be attached to those plans this year. On the other side of that, those plans that have a $0 premium, you may see significant drops in benefits. And when we talk about those ancillary benefits, things like dental, vision, hearing, Part B give back, you can imagine that a lot of those excess and a lot of those benefits are also going to decrease in value and decrease in coverage. In fact, many Advantage carriers are talking about getting rid of the Part B give back, that 100 and X amount of dollars that plans give it back in the Social Security in the form of a Part B premium. That's 100% utilization and can cost plans a lot of money. So you might see plans either lessen that amount or get rid of it completely. So why do we think that these variances are going to change the shopping rate in this year's beneficiaries? Because the plans are going to have to adapt and overcome those costs, you're going to see huge variances in what these plans will do. Not only will their current plans likely go through major changes and major potentially decreases in that, but companies are going to try to alter these new plans that they're coming out with to try to see, are they somebody who is interested in low premium but are okay with higher out-of-pockets, or are they somebody that wants to make sure they're able to utilize their benefits as true health insurance? So as agents, we need to make sure we can change our sales tactics to make sure we're asking the right questions to find out what our clients actually value. Also keep in mind that Medicare Advantage plans are receiving another year where their funding is being cut. So even in a year where they're not having to overcome these $2,000 maximum out-of-pockets, they're still receiving less funding than what they're used to. The second reason your AEP could look different this year is going to be based on how you prepare for this AEP. We're used to and have seen this for the last decade, Medicare Advantage companies publishing what we call sneak peeks, letting us know exactly how they expect their plans to compete and what those plans are going to look like for the upcoming plan year. Medicare Advantage companies are expected to submit their plan details to CMS to be approved in June. After that, that usually gives insurance agents an opportunity to see the sneak peeks to get an understanding what the plans could potentially look like. And by the time the plans actually roll out, there's little to no difference between the sneak peeks and how the plans actually look. This year, that can look wildly different. This year, companies are expecting CMS to have a rebid process of up to $140, meaning that when companies invest in these plans going into June, that there could have a lot more or a lot less money to play with and reinvest in those plans. So what does that mean for you as the agent? It means we will have no idea what plans are going to look like until October 1st, because the carriers are going to have to use that time to reinvest and not be able to give that information back to us in a timely manner. So your preparation, what we used to do in years past, was get an idea of what companies will I be writing, what certifications do I have to do. This year, it's going to be every carrier matters. Every carrier has the potential to be the carrier this year. So instead of focusing on which carrier should I certify with, which carrier do I need to become familiar with, it's now becoming do them all. Early certifications are going to be more important than ever. Also keep in mind that your client's prescription drug coverage within their Medicare Advantage plans will also look dramatically different due to the IRA, compensating with those formulary changes, tier changes, and even more. So when you're trying to compare these drug plans and these Medicare Advantage plans with your clients, it's likely that you will have to run quotes for every single one of your clients. Even if the clients are still happy with their plan benefits, even if your clients are still happy with their plan's going to look like going into 2025, it's likely that even if their medicine didn't change, the formulary probably did. So keep that in mind when you're preparing for your clients as well. And the third thing that may look different for you this AEP is going to be your reliance on technology, systems, and processes. We know that if you're going to be meeting with all of your clients this year, because all of your clients are going to be experiencing some sort of change, that means your appointment process has to lessen completely. And if you can eliminate the appointment process altogether, it's going to open up space for you to actually gain clientele this year. So how can you do that? The number one way to eliminate appointment time, as well as maybe eliminating appointment altogether, is going to be using technology like Medicare Center. Giving your clients the capability to run their own drug list, run their own pharmacies, making sure that their formulary still makes sense for them, as well as having the capability to capture client information so that you're not spending time in your appointment running their drug list. You're not spending time in an appointment trying to figure out what provider they want to see. The earlier you get that information and the more streamlined it is, maybe putting some of that on your clients to enter in themselves, the easier your AEP is going to be and the more value you can get out of your time in each appointment. If you're used to having AEP appointments running between an hour and an hour and a half long, you're going to really want to focus on how do you shorten those appointments to be at 30 minutes, if not less. So making sure you're using those systems and processes to keep making sure that your clients are getting the best care, making sure your clients are on the right plan, but maybe eliminating your time manually entering that information. For more information on how to collect information prior to an appointment or how to make sure that your client experience doesn't decrease because your time with them decreases, make sure you call our office at 1-800-689-2800. Again, this is Olivia Richardson giving you 3 reasons why your AEP is going to look different in 2025. Now, we want to make sure you're doing everything you can to hold on to and service your book of business. However, for those agents who are prepared, for those agents who have their systems and processes and their self-share taken care of, those agents are going to win this AEP. With a 75% shopping ratio, there's a lot of land grab out there. And if you listen to us and you're prepared, you are absolutely going to make the most out of this AEP. So until next time, thanks guys.